What's up, everybody? Zach Walker, the Bearded Realtor here, checking in with my favorite contractor. If you're another one of my contractors, it's okay. He really is my favorite. What's going on, Travis? Travis Boginski.
Lots is going on.
Of Hammer and Sales?
Yeah. It's lots is going on. It's great. It's good. It's good around here. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a good time to be good. I know that.
It is. There's a lot going on.
Travis, we are officially on the Beyond the Beard podcast. I didn't even know the name of my own podcast because it's that new.
Right.
And
where's the applause? You need the applause.
I don't know which one it is, or I would hit one, but I'm afraid I think it's that one. There it goes. I hope that's the applause button.
That is in post.
So we are getting in here. Just actually, we were just talking about some business, talking a little shop, and we were like, well, when you got this guy here, you might as well get on the camera and record something.
Let's do it.
So what's been going on in your world, man? Tell me about the Hammer and Sales world since last we spoke.
Yeah, a lot more of the same. You know, it's Huntsville, Madison, East Limestone, Athens is just a crazy place to be right now. There's a ton of, I live right now currently in the remodel world, just lots of remodels, lots of investors wanting to do flips, just lots of opportunity in the vein that I live in, which is the remodel construction vein.
Something we were talking about earlier that I'd like to talk about for a minute, and we only have a few before you got to get out of here. But I was talking to one of my mortgage guys about it last night, and we're going to sit down and record a podcast about the mortgage side of it, the finance side, but the concept of the fixer-upper, right? Yes. As a means for your primary house, not for investment.
Right.
What I love about that model is everybody watches it on TV. They watch Chip and Joanna. They watch all these shows, and they're like, well, how could I do that? That's unattainable. It's unreachable, and it's not. And so that's one thing I'd love to, spend some time talking about. 3 seconds ago, before we hit record, we had no idea what we were going to talk about. And so now it's been clearly defined. Everybody wants character in a house. It's really hard to build character.
Yeah.
Character building, as in life, is the same in build. It takes time, and it takes age and weather and whatever else. And so there's all these houses out here right now. Everybody talks about inventory's low, and it is.
It is.
In context, when you take it in the context of it's not low, more houses are being sold monthly. Therefore, the inventory is probably getting pushed to the same number monthly, but more houses are coming off the market, right? The ones that are left, in a lot of cases, are houses that need some love. They need some love. And if you're like we are, we love that old stuff. So what does it look like for someone, if I'm a first-time home buyer and I'm early, mid-20s, early, whatever age, and I'm saying, oh, you know what, I'd really like a home with some character. I'd like that farmhouse Southern chic or whatever your design style is. We're in the South. All these old houses are available. What does it look like for me if I come to you, I say, Travis, I want to fixer upper, but I don't really know what I'm doing. How does that work?
Right. So the fixer upper to live in, there's a lot more inventory than the fixer upper to flip.
Absolutely.
When you're flipping, you have to maintain these margins. You have to build kind of a house that's going to appeal to everybody. When you're looking for a fixer upper to live in, your margins can be less because you're going to build the house to love. You're going to keep it forever. You don't have to be in a position where you can sell it in 30 days.
Your margins come in your equity, not the day you finish the construction.
Exactly. This is something I like building houses for people that say this is my forever home, right? And maybe it's not their forever home.
Or 5-10 year home,
right? Maybe it's not their forever home, but if they're going to be there for 5 or 10 years, then we can build something that they love and not something that they have to think about, how am I going to get out of this, right? So there's a lot more inventory there, and you can spend a little bit more on certain things because you're building it for you. Build what you want, not what you're thinking about selling next week or next month.
With respect to resale, obviously, if you're working with a good real estate agent, they're going to talk to you about, hey, let's not go out and overbuild for the neighborhood and get to a point where we can't sell it.
Right.
But right now, your margins, if you're doing a fixer upper to live in, your margin comes in the fact that, new construction, $125 a foot.
Right.
You can come into these houses significantly lower on your per square foot price. Right. Live in it for 4 or 5 years. The market's doing nothing but up. You're gaining equity daily. Right. We just had a flip that literally you were a part of it. We got our cabinets over there. Because the rehab took us longer than we thought, we gained $10,000 in resale value. It's like, well,
it's crazy. I say this in. It's not 100% true, but you almost can't make a mistake. Right?
Well, it's a good time to make a mistake. Yeah,
right,
it's a good time
maybe,
to make a mistake.
You can make a mistake, but right now you can afford to make
That's
a mistake.
exactly right.
Maybe.
No, that's exactly right. So from that end, if I say, well, man, I really would like to do a fixer upper, and we go buy something $60 a foot,
sure.
2,000 square foot house, 1,800 square foot house,
That's
you've
great.
got $30, $40 a square foot to
Exactly.
play with, which is about, we factor 30, 35 a foot,
Yep.
when we're looking at this type of stuff.
Yep. And you can put that 35 in places that matter to you. Maybe you don't want a huge shower, right? Maybe the kitchen's the most important thing, but you can shove some of that money to the things that matter to you, rather than what an investor has to do is put the money that appeals to everybody.
That's right.
And so if maybe you want to overspend on your master closet, right? You can
Closet away.
You can closet away because
Closet
you're building
away.
it for you.
That's exactly right.
It gets really fun when you're talking about fixed to live in.
Oh man, it's so much fun because you get to enjoy and explore the house and what it has to offer,
Yeah.
but you also get to add to it those touches of modern that make it yours and make it what you love and what you see on TV or whatever. And that's what's so fun about it. And so I that's something we're trying to push here, because what we actually will do for our clients is through our investment services side, we will actually fund that, right? And so we will go out, and if we've got a client pre-qualified, pre-approved, they come to you.
Yeah.
They say, hey, we want a fixer upper to live in.
Sure.
You say, great. What about a construction loan? They're like, we've got a mortgage maybe,
Right.
or we don't. You can reach out. They can reach out and say, hey, what about this? And we'll come in with our investor services side. We'll fund the purchase. We'll fund the rehab. Obviously, they go under contract for a predetermined price, and they have a budget that to stay within. So obviously, there's going to be profit there. If I'm not doing it to make money, I mean, this isn't the
Why are we
Salvation
doing
Army,
this?
right? Let's be real. They make more money than most. But at the end of the day, that option is so achievable and attainable. People just don't understand it, and that's kind of this. I mean, I get on a grandstand or get on the wagon about something every now and again, and right now it's like, let's talk about this, because it's a better option right now, probably, than a lot of the other ones for price per square foot and resale value.
But you don't have to know anything about mortgage. You don't have to know anything about construction. You don't have to know anything about even property value, right?
Nothing.
You just say, here's what I want. I want to buy a fixer and build my dream home. And then you go out and find a couple of houses, and then you go out with your contractor, hopefully me, and I say, hey, we can do this. We can do this. This is in your budget. This would be a stretch. This is out of your budget. So what are we going to sacrifice to do this? And
I have the option to say, you know what, I think I can come off $1,800. Let's go ahead and add that in.
Right.
Let's go ahead and do that addition, that upgrade that we were just talking about, that may be slightly outside of my budget, but now I've got that opportunity to do it because I'm building the value in on the back end.
Exactly.
Ooh, what's up?
Whoa,
Flashlight.
Hey, spotlight.
Hey, spotlight. Gotta love it when stuff like that happens.
But anyway, it can be a very simple process where, I mean, if somebody walked in here right now, they really only need to talk to two people,
That's right.
and we will take them from I don't know anything to in 60 to 90 days they're living in their house.
That's exactly right. And obviously the mortgage piece still plays a part, because at the end you're going to refinance into your traditional 30-year mortgage.
Yep.
But we have those options available to you as well through our preferred lenders and the people we have relationships with. So one last thing before you got to get out of here. The word on the street is somebody got a home builder's license.
Yeah, we're gonna dip our toes into building some new construction, and it's weird because for 10 years I've been saying remodel is so much better than new construction, but I think new construction can be more than what it is, and I don't want to step on any toes or make anybody mad, but I think we can do some new construction with the remodel value, building value mindset that we do our flips and our remodels into. And I think we can maybe shake things up in the new construction world.
Well, that's kind of the, again, a little birdie told me that, maybe that's why, two of us were sitting here talking today. I just heard it through the grapevine.
Hey.
But no, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up right now, and we're super pumped to be.
We're not doing that thing where it's like big news coming. We just don't have the details yet.
Yeah,
but
trust me, I'd tell you right now.
Right,
if I know.
We can't wait to tell you. We just don't know yet. But there's blocks being stacked and things being put into position to where some really, really cool stuff is about to happen.
Really fun. And like you said, we are disruptors. Our company and what we do is disruptive is the word that gets thrown around, and it's not a negative word. It's a word that we are willing to do something that may be a little different, maybe a little unique or whatever, because it benefits our client, it benefits what they're trying to accomplish, and obviously it allows us to make money. This is, again,
Right.
Please don't misunderstand. I'm not some martyr out here trying to,
Right.
you know,
Right.
it's not about that. We're going to make money on it.
But you can have happy, extremely happy customers and still make your fair amount. And everybody walks away and they say thank you.
Fair amount.
Right.
I always tell my clients the best deal in the world is when both the buyer and the seller feel like they got the best deal of the century. Doesn't matter what the numbers look like.
I'm going to send my kids to college, but each customer is not going to pay for that. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a
you don't have 100 kids to send to college, fortunately, because if you did, you'd never be able to send them. It's a freaking expensive in education nowadays. But no, that's awesome. So we're like we said, we're not trying to make some big announcement, like trying to hype something up. We can't wait to tell you about it. But
as soon as we figure it out, we're going to tell everybody.
So don't hold your breath, but it's coming. But don't hold your breath, in all seriousness.
Right.
Awesome, dude. I'm glad you stopped by today. And again, if you're looking at the fixer-upper model, call Travis and see what it looks like. See what it, get in touch with Hammer and Sales. See what it looks like to pick your house, your dream house, fix it your way, and not to flip it, but to live in it.
Right.
Fixer, liver, upper.
Yeah. Fixer and live in upper.
Fix to live up. Either way, you know exactly what we're talking about. Again, if you need us for anything, you know how to reach us. 256-BUY-SELL. It's BUYSELL. Fantastic number. If you need to get Hammer and Sales, the information will be right here at the bottom in show notes. Yeah. You can get to their website, get Travis's phone number. Love to talk with you.
Absolutely,
guys. We love you, and we'll talk to you very soon. This is going to be a normal thing. It's going to be a normal thing, so we'll talk to you soon. All right, guys.
See ya.